Thanks, David. Just one final one from me. HTTV in association with Absolute Warehouse Services Limited. Just a final word on Matty Daly, who's been with you in pre-season, David. You could see how happy his teammates were for him to get his goal on what is his non-competitive first-team debut. It's a nice moment for a young player, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if it's a homegrown player and a player who comes through our academy. So first of all, credit to our academy, what they've done with him so far. He is now with us for a week. I think you were able to see in some moments his talent. You were able as well to see in some moments his use in the positive, and if we like to say in a negative way, even if I think we should not see the negatives in him, we only should see the positives, and he is a talent, and we try to support him and try to give him the help to make him better. He will go with us for some further days for sure in this pre-season. Maybe he goes with us to the Germany or the Austria camp as well. This is a discussion I will have later on, and a decision which I have to make later on. But I think it's very nice for him and for our football club that he, first of all, was in Wolf today, the first time, and that he scored makes it even better.
A good performance and a good win, first game back for pre-season.
Yeah, I would say it was one of the better pre-season matches, even if it was only a pre-season match. I like the tempo which they've shown. If everybody is healthy, there's a small doubt after this game regarding Bakuna, then it was a perfect evening. I think everybody has seen that both teams worked a lot in the past, so we are now in the pre-season a little bit more than 1 week, and I think we've shown some good moments, some less good moments, so it was a typical pre-season match, a better one.
Just on injuries, we saw Terence Congolo go down after the first half. Is he okay?
Yeah, he seems to be okay. It was only a knock which he got. Bakuna has a little twist. We have to make further investigations, I think, with him. Hopefully it isn't too serious, and we will know more in the next couple of days, I think.
How does it feel to have the group back together after the summer?
Yeah, it was a long time this time. So this break was much more bigger than the last one after we played the Wembley final, and we only had a very, very short off season. So everybody was happy and exciting to be back. And now the hard work starts. Pre-season is usually never really enjoyable, even if you wanted to make it with different environments as good as possible for the players, with the Germany trip and the Austria trip as well, with pretty good opponents which we play. And today was a first step in terms of the games which we will play in the pre-season.
How do you feel the new signings are bedding in? Obviously they've not had that long to meet everyone, but are they doing all right getting on with everyone?
Yeah, so far it was much more easier than the past. We only had 4 new signings. One of them is Terence, and he isn't a new face. So we only had Bakuna and Ben today in our team. And this means even in the last week everything was much more easier than the past, because nearly everybody is used to what we have in our head and what we have to do. So it's very, very different to the last 2 pre-seasons which we had, where we had, I don't know, 12, 30, 14 new signings. This was much more difficult. Now it's a little bit easier in terms of to bring the group together.
You mentioned obviously it's been a longer gap because there's no playoff final this time. How much help is that to you in terms of signings, in terms of preparations and keeping the lads fresh?
No, I think we all together needed it. This longer break this summer, after the very short break last summer, because you have to try to get your head clear after all the emotional things which happened at the end of the last season. And now we are back, and now we are as exciting as we were at the end of the last season, that we have the chance to play a further Premier League season against all these great opponents. And the first one we face at home in the John Smith Stadium, Chelsea. It's an amazing start for all of us, and we will make everything to be as good as prepared as we can.
Were you able to switch off at all this summer? Have you managed to?
Yeah, of course.
You need that yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
You're leading the
So even if it never stops, I think there was no day without phone calls or meetings, but in a nice environment. And if you know you've done your job with this great football club, and if you know what is in front of you in the next season, in the future, I think it helps you, of course, to come down a little bit for myself as well. So no complaints. It was a great off season for me as well.
And finally, we saw a couple of other players out there. I'm thinking Jon Stankovic and Michael Haefele, who had frustrating seasons through injury last year. Nice to see them back showing what they can do. Jon Stankovic, fantastic pass for one of the goals. It's nice to see him back on the pitch. Good options for you.
Yeah, and for them it's so important that they have now a proper pre-season and really can show what they are capable of. Unfortunately, in the last season, we all together know the reasons they were not able to do it. They came back all together, but especially them in a fantastic shape after the off-season. And now it's their time to shine. So they will work as a whole group as hard as they can to impress. And today I think they have done a first step.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thanks,